Right. Hello and welcome everyone. As I just mentioned, obviously you're through to our Youth Opportunities Group event today. We're having to work from home, so unfortunately, like I said, apologies if our network goes down. There's always other colleagues might be able to continue from this. Okay, so my name is Abdul. Hoping, like I said, we will finish promptly for one o'clock today, if not sooner. So we want this to be an interactive session. Okay, so please, if you got any question whatsoever, put it through to us, and we'll try answering them. Right, Tara, if you can kindly go to the next slide for me, please. Well, this is the plan today. So we're hoping, like I said, I'm just going to give an introduction of what Youth Promise Plus is all about. And then obviously we will talk about what we can offer from Birmingham City Council and Solihull through the Work Ready team on the Youth Promise Plus, and probably share a vacancy or two with yourself. There's a great opportunity coming up. Okay, and I'll go through that with you as well in a little while. Right. I've just noticed we've got Sabjit from Princess Trust. They'll be joining us at 12:10, hopefully, just to discuss what they can offer through the Youth Promise Plus and many other opportunities they've got available. All right. And we've got Alison from Department of Work and Pension. We'll be talking about the Kickstart scheme that's starting for youngsters or young people like yourselves, who I'm sure you'd have heard a lot about on the news, and many other places like Job Centre as well. Okay. I'll tell you a bit about University Hospital, what they have to offer, and again, Princess Trust Saab can cover this for me, for you as well. And there's some great training programs available for anyone who's looking for clinical roles. And lastly but not least, we've got our colleagues from Digital Innovators, Pete and Unati, they'll be joining us. And they've got some great success stories they want to talk about. And anyone who's interested in IT, whether you're a graduate or just something that you want to get into IT, they can tell you the opportunities that they've got available. So seriously, hold on for that as well. Okay. And lastly but not least, as I said to yourself, please do mention, so do write in the chat box if you've got any questions that you would like to put through to us. And if we've missed something else out, or there will be a survey that will go out straight after this. Please do take some time to complete this. It's just we can improve our delivery for the guys that might be coming on next time. Or even if you wanted to ask a question, there's always the email that you can send us an email through to us. I'll give you the details in a little while. Just a quick tour for those who do not know how to use MS Teams. I'm sure a lot of you guys are very IT savvy and you find it quite easy, but there's some people who might not. So first and foremost, I just wanted to say, if you're using a phone, just tap on the middle of the screen and you'll get a menu. And basically, you can then click on the little speech bubble with the question mark. And just like WhatsApp or any other social media text that you might be using, you can go in there and type in what you want to text to us. So like I said, and you can move, if you're on a laptop, sorry, you can move a cursor around in the middle of the screen, and that will give you that same option to go to the speech bubble to type in any text that you might want to put through to us. Tara, sorry, if you can go to the next slide for me. Just wanted to mention a little bit about the meeting etiquette. As I mentioned, obviously, my colleague Kuldeep is monitoring the chat box, so please do keep it clean. If there is anyone who, writes or sends in anything that's not appropriate, she will dismiss you from the group. And as I said to yourself, look, we'd like to keep it interactive, and I'm sure if you've got anything that might be in your mind that you think we're not covering, put that in there because others might be thinking the same thing as well. Okay, thank you. Tara, if you want to go to the next slide. Right, I'm hoping my colleague Kuldeep will put this in the chat box for you as well. Now, if you disconnect or if you got internet problems or if you need to leave early, these are the two ways you can contact us. Okay, so our email address is YOG, the YOG at birmingham.gov.uk. And also you can get through to us through our website, which is birmingham.gov.uk/YPP sign up. So that's www.birmingham.gov.uk/YPP sign up. And the other thing I wanted to mention as well, today's video will be available on our YouTube channel. If you do miss any bits out, or if you want to hear it again, it will be available within the next few days. We try to get it on there the very next day, so hopefully it will be on there tomorrow. If it's not, I can assure you it should be on there for Thursday. Okay, so the other thing I want to say, we do finally have our blog that we can put on our website. So you're more than welcome to go on there. That's updated on a regular basis, so you'll find our latest vacancies and other information that you might be requiring for training as well. Okay, it goes on to our Youth Promise Plus bulletin page on the Birmingham City Council website. Now, just quickly before we carry on, the whole reason you're here obviously is to either get into training or jobs. There's a great position that's come out now. NHS Trust, the University Hospital Birmingham, are looking for vaccine program assistance really, and the vacancies that are there, you can see they're looking for drivers. Now there's two types of driving jobs there. If you've got I think something to do with hygiene license to do with the dropping off vaccines, for example, into various venues that are going to be around Birmingham. As it mentions, there'll be 5 venues across Birmingham. Okay, and if you can see the number of positions that they've got is almost 2,000 plus positions. All right. Now the other thing as well, just dropping off normal simple PPEs, work clothes or masks. There's normal driving vacancies as well there for you. There's 2 types of administrators, some that are going to be working in the back office, or meters and greeters who will be booking people in the front, first aiders as it mentions, and like I said to yourself, there's organizers, care workers and marshals. You don't have to have a SIA badge, I'm assuming, on that one, as long as you got some experience, or even if you want to work in the marshalling aspect of it, they've got a vacancy for yourself. Okay. The logistical side, I've been told, movers and handlers and store managers, I think that's kind of shortage as well. So you got more of a chance getting through if you're interested in those positions. Okay, so again, you've got our email address, you've got our website, please get in touch with us. And like I said to yourself, we can talk about this vacancy to you. And they're looking for people to start from December onwards, really. So, please get in touch with us and we will discuss further with you in regards to these vacancies that we've got available. The other thing I wanted to mention, my colleague Kuldeep will quickly put this in for us. Southend City College, they've got a CSCS card. So if you want to go into construction, they've got CSCS card training starting. The open day is on the 27th, which is this Friday coming up. So please do get in touch with us regarding this, and Kuldeep will put the details in the chat box for yourself too as well. All right, it's only come through to me yesterday, so I couldn't put it on today's slide for you. All right, well, without any delay, I just wanted to mention what we do in Birmingham City Council. Right, myself, Kuldeep and Sadia, who sit on the work ready team for the Youth Promise Plus. Now, Youth Promise Plus is a project, you will not find something like this offering so much under one umbrella really for young people from the age of 15 school leavers up to the age of 29. Okay, so day before your 30th birthday. Now, what we can offer, obviously, from our side, if you feel as though you just need simple tweaking on your CV or just a bit of interview advice and job search, but you're job ready, we can help you to get into work. So, for example, health and other personal support, we can provide this for you. If we can't, we've got colleagues like Better Pathways who can support you with anything if you're having issues with mental health, for example. We've got Princess Trust, which come on in a little while just to speak about what they've got to offer to yourself. And coaching and mentoring. As I've said, I myself have over 15 years of welfare to work support provision experience. So if you needed that little bit of support getting into work, we can give you that. All right. As I've mentioned, if you need to gain skills or qualification, we've got guys like digital innovators that will come on to advise you on how we can help. Now, apprenticeship and traineeship, my colleague Kuldeep has been promoting a lot of construction work recently. If you've been around Birmingham, you can see the building everywhere, really, from Perry Bar Residential Scheme over in Perry Bar near One Stop, if you know it, to Birmingham HS2 program, and one of the tallest tower that's being built outside of London, which is 42 stories on Broad Street. Now, these guys are all looking for staff to work within construction, and Balfour Beatty, Vinci being one of them. It's not always just labour work. There's also health and safety, lab technicians, and you can see that slide over here, which is COVID-19, staying safe. Just wanted to quickly mention, we are here to make sure, obviously, yours, first and foremost, your safety is paramount. So we will do risk analysis. If you feel as though you're anxious about going out there using public transport, we've got Solihull, which I'm going to mention in a little while. They'll be talking about I'll be talking about independent travel scheme, that's available for anyone living in Birmingham B postcode from Solihull to Birmingham itself, and they can provide you this through virtual aspect of it. Now, if you look on the bottom right hand side, nowadays everyone's using Teams like today we are using, there's Zoom, there's also, you know, other platforms, social media platforms employers are using to interview you. So you don't have to go out there. But once you secure a job, for example, we can help you. If you need travel support, for example, you know, we've got travel support, day savers that we can give you to get to work until that first pay packet comes through to yourself. Okay. I've even got some masks that, you know, were kindly stitched, hand stitched by our partners, and they've sent it to us, so we can provide you with those support if you feel as though you need it. Okay, right, Solihull, as I've just mentioned about independent travel training, and sorry, Tara, if you can go to the next slide for us. Right, these are the guys that are sitting in Solihull. There's also my colleague Saeed, who goes out there and tries to secure employment for anyone that's living in North Solihull, which is Chelmsley Wood, or Solihull itself. So you've got Amber, Anna, Sarah, and Vicky, who are there to help you guys if you feel as though, you know, you need some support with travel training. Now, unfortunately, we can't provide any travel support for those who may want to get on the train or who might want to use the tram, but we do have bus passes, day tickets that are scratch cards we can send to yourself, or, you know, providing risk analysis is completed, and depending on what Boris has to say after the 2nd of December, we can come out and meet you with social distancing in place, obviously, and hand this over to yourself as well. Okay, now these guys don't not only just provide travel advice, but as I mentioned, they also provide in-work support for people living in North Solihull, which is Chelmsley Wood or Solihull. Again, before I move on, just want to quickly mention, please get in touch with us through these two means, yog@birmingham.gov.uk or www.birmingham.gov.uk/YTP sign up. Well, I'm hoping Sabji is here from Prince's Trust. Hello, Sab, you okay?
Hi, Abdul. Yeah, I am.
Hello.
Sorry, just having a few technology issues.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Right. Well, I'm just going to put you through now, and hopefully you can talk about Prince's Trust and what they have to offer. And if you can mention a bit about NHS Trust as well, please, what they have to offer in your. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks. Hi, everyone. My name's Sabs. I'm here from the Prince's Trust today. So I'm a Prince's Trust executive, so work with young people to support into employment, education and training. And so Prince's Trust, we are a partner of Youth Promise Plus project. So together supporting young people that aren't in any employment, education or training into, to achieve their goals and into their desired outcome. So the Prince's Trust, if you haven't heard about us before, so we were set up by His Royal Highness Prince Charles, and we're a leading UK youth charity. We work to support young people at different stages to create opportunities and open doors, really. We recognise this year seems to have been a bit of a blur. Coronavirus has had a big impact on the job market, training opportunities and everything. We're here to provide courses, mentoring and support. We have been continuing on with that even throughout lockdown. So yeah, I'll kind of go in a little bit of detail on what we have, our programs, courses and how to get involved. Just to mention our coronavirus support hub, so you can find a lot of information on our website and on the support hub there, and there's free accessible resources for everyone, so you don't need to be kind of involved or registered with the Prince's Trust, and there's no strings attached. You'll be able to access a jobs board with live opportunities. There's reading guides, videos on employability, skills, professional skills, tips and business tools, lots of different things. So definitely would suggest checking that out. Yeah, and just to kind of go through some of our courses and programs at the moment. So if you haven't been involved with the Prince's Trust before, or it's been a while since you have been, we run weekly welcome sessions. So you can either get in touch with the Youth Opportunities Group email address after this session, or you can have a look on our website. We've got our customer service team contact number, which is a great way. They'll put you through to your local team, which I'm sure is Birmingham. And so on that weekly welcome session, you'll get an introduction to the Prince's Trust. You'll hear a bit more about the live and upcoming programs. If you're interested in a program, you'll be placed onto one of those. And also, yeah, just discuss ways to access all of our support, really. We've got our enterprise program, and that's for young people interested in setting up their own business, becoming self-employed. They might have a strong business plan or idea, but you just need to attend an information session before you get onto that program, which will give you a bit more of an idea and a bit more information about what to expect. We're currently running some online virtual employability and personal development sessions. So these run every week, normally between Tuesday and Thursday. As I said, they're virtual, so you can access them from home, but they cover things such as CV and cover letters, transferable skills, motivation methods, resilience, a lot of different things. And we often say they go nicely with one-to-one support. So alongside those employability personal development sessions, if you are interested, you can receive one-to-one support from a Prince's Trust team member, and that support could include regular one-to-ones, which might look at updating your CV, making it stand out, working on cover letters, support finding jobs, because we know that can be a challenge in itself, any applications, practice interviews. It's very much tailored around what it is you're interested in and accessing support there, really. We've also got progression mentors, so if you're a recent graduate, kind of looking for a bit more possibly lighter touch, or from our volunteers with a wealth of business experience, that could be something you could also access. And finally, coming up, we've got our Get Started in Creative Thinking programme. So that is new and is due to start on the 8th of December. So it's only a 3-day programme, so our Get Starteds are normally short programmes to either work or develop new skills, meet new people, and especially now it's online, a great way to kind of interact. But it's all about challenging yourself to be creative and using different art forms to raise awareness about current issues that you're passionate about. So it could be spoken word, poetry, art, music, anything like that. And if you are interested, we're running a tasted session, which is again online on the 3rd of December. So that's for young people aged 16 to 30 and all online. I didn't mention before, but the Prince's Trust, so we support young people from the ages of, well, it starts from 11 because we do some work in schools, but our key ages are 16 to 30. So yeah, yourself, if you're hitting any of those ages, you've got any friends or family members that you know can access support, definitely get in touch with the YOG email address or have a look on our website. Yeah, I'll just kind of go through our hospitals programme. We've not got one probably coming up until the new year, but the support hub at the hospital do run this monthly as well. But just to give you a bit more information, so our clinical programme, so it's normally an 8-week programme, and it covers content such as you get some clinical qualifications, health and safety, sometimes safeguarding, depending on the course that you're doing. And it's based at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, their hub there. Looks at employability skills, recruitment within the NHS. Previously, it had been involving kind of some work experience. Obviously, with coronavirus, that's not kind of possible at the moment. But yeah, just a great way if you're looking for a career within the NHS, definitely something to get involved with. And just to add on to that, we also running our own kind of programs at the Prince's Trust. We have health and social care mentors, and we run shorter programs, so not as long as that, but get started with health and social care. So for young people interested in the health and social care sector and maybe wanting to explore their options, it might not be that 8-week program.
Right. As you can see, there's some great opportunities that have come up with Prince's Trust at this current moment. What I talked about, the vacancies with the NHS as well, they've got the Get Started programs that are happening, and just wanted to quickly mention, I was expecting Alison or Yasmin from the job centre to join us at this present moment, but unfortunately they couldn't. So I'm just going to quickly mention about what the Kickstart program is. Kuldeep, if you can kindly put through some text on the system, please, with the website link as well for us. Okay. Right. The Kickstart program is for anyone from the age of 16 to 24. You have to be claiming universal credit. Now, I don't want to be promoting the fact that I know a lot of you guys may have joined today from the job centre, or you may have come through on your own accord, really, just to find out about what we have to offer. You may not, you may have just recently lost your job where you don't want to claim any benefit and you just want to go into another job. I understand that, but unfortunately, to join this scheme for Kickstart, you do need to be claiming universal credit. Again, get in touch with us, and we can always see if we can give you that information and see where we can go from there. All right. So as I mentioned, with the Kickstart program, there's vacancies that are available that are specifically where employers get in touch with DWP, and these vacancies are ring-fenced for people to work through the Kickstart scheme. And again, there's support available to yourself to go into these jobs. All right. And if you feel that you need the extra support, we can work alongside it. So that's not a problem. OK, so get in touch with us on the email and the website I've given you. And again, we will have more information for you if you can go onto the website itself on the direct.gov, and you will find more information regarding the Kickstart scheme. Thank you very much, Tara. If you can go to the next slide for me. So here's the email address. My apologies again, like I say, the Job Centre couldn't join us today to provide that information. But again, it's yog@birmingham.gov.uk, and our website is www.birmingham.gov.uk/YPP sign up. Do use the interactive chat box to be able to send through those questions. I'm sure you might have a lot to ask regarding what the Kickstart scheme is, or even that vaccine program vacancy that I've given you. Okay, so please get in touch with us. Now, University Hospital Birmingham, they also provide, I know Prince's Trust mentioned about the Get Into programs they have, but these guys, my colleague Peter, who joined us a few weeks ago on this event, also mentioned, basically it's based at the University Hospital, which is past the Birmingham University, which is past Solihull. A lot of you guys living in Erdington, Perry Bar, this side of town. Yes, it is about 9-10 miles to get to the other side. But again, if you needed that support with travel costs, we can provide you with day savers to be able to make it there. If there's enough of you from this side of town, they have mentioned that they do hold programs at the Heartland Hospital, which is near Borsley Green in Small Heath. So please get in touch with us if you're interested in any of the positions that you might want to go as a hospital porter, for example, or work as an assistant over at the operations theatre, or just an admin person within hospital. Doing these programs through these guys, far as last they've mentioned, there's almost 80% success rate going through this program. One of the programs they've got and the recruiters that work with them is bank staff for hospitals. Now these guys can take you on, and you've got something to back yourself up with, with training within NHS will help you to get onto the ladder of working for NHS as well. Right, if you can go to the next slide for us. Without further ado, we are slightly ahead of our time today, so that's excellent. So we might have some time for questions as well. We've got Pete from Digital Innovators and Unati, who will be talking about her journey as well. Hello, Pete. How are you? All right?
Hi, Abdul. Thanks for that.
Okay. I'm just going to put you on there, and okay, there you go. If you want to just tell everyone about what Digital Innovators is about. Thank you. Sure.
Thank you, Abdul. Hi, everyone. So my name's Peter Cripps. I'm the Technology and Design Director at Digital Innovators. So we're a small training company, actually based in Solihull. We've been going for about 4 years, based at Solihull Technical College. However, at the beginning of this year, we won a grant from the West Midlands Combined Authority to offer our training to anybody in the Combined Authority area. This means it's fully funded, so you don't have to pay anything for attending our training programme. It's open to 18 to 25-year-olds, And what we're really about is providing employability, transferable, industry-ready skills to people. So we cover these areas here. We cover use of digital tools and techniques, things like design thinking, which teaches you how to build products and services that people really want. We talk about communications, collaboration and creativity skills. We also introduce you to the art of negotiation, how to get what you want either in business or personal life. We talk about project management, and we do also an introductory level class on high-level programming. So we are not a coding boot camp, but we do give you an introduction to what coding is about and introduce you to some digital technologies and digital ideas that we think you can apply in business to solve real-world business problems. So our course is actually 12 weeks. It says 13 weeks there, but it's a 12-week course. It's full-time, and it's made up essentially of 3 parts. The first part is an assessment or questionnaire, which we get you to do, which enables you to find out a little bit more about yourselves, your personalities, and the kind of roles you might be suited to. We then have 2.5 weeks worth of online training, and this is an online course, by the way. We do it all over Zoom or Teams. That's to give you the kind of skills, some of the skills that I talk about on this slide here. And then finally, we have an 8-week project, which I'll talk about in a moment. So here are some of the comments from people that have already been on our course. So Chris was actually on one of the first runs of our course at the college. He enjoyed the course. That's one of the comments he says. He's actually been hired by us as a junior project manager. So he's actually working for Digital Innovators at the moment. If you could go on to the next slide, Tara. Mohammed is another person that was at one of our college courses. So although he was only 18, he managed to secure a graduate level salary at a cybersecurity company based in Stratford. So they put him on their training program, a degree level training program, and he's using the skills he got from both the college plus our more transferable and business ready skills at CCL, which is the name of the company there. And there's one more, I think, Tara, if we could just go on to that. So Hannah, another graduate from our course, she's actually doing a science degree at the University of Aston, a degree apprenticeship working with a company called Tech Wizard, based in Solihull as well. So she got that on the back of the training she did with us at Digital Innovators and the course she did at Solihull College. So that's a little bit about us. However, what I'd really like to do, I've got Unati on the line. Unati's on the first run of our combined authority course. We've been going about 8-9 weeks now, so we're more or less coming to the end of that course. I wanted to give Unati a chance just to spend a bit of time telling you all the experience she's had on that course. And then obviously at the end we can take any questions. So Unati, if you're okay, over to you.
Yeah, so I've been on the course since it started back in September, and I've learned a lot, and I think the main thing was the design thinking that Pete's mentioned, because it's so varied within that. I feel like calling it design thinking is probably really broad, because there's a lot of aspects to it, and I've really enjoyed the course. It's been amazing. And Pete mentioned about the project. So currently myself and my group, we are working on a project with the WMCA. So we're just sort of trying to improve the way they lay out their programs that for young people. So it is obviously really relevant to what is happening today, and hopefully we'll be able to improve the website and things like that. But yeah, it's a great course, and I think it's so varied and you learn so much with it, and it's things that you can apply to like a role that you would do in the future. I'm a graduate, and I think there's so much that you can learn from the course that you wouldn't sort of learn at uni. And if you've never had a job before, the teamwork aspect of the project, I think it really teaches you how to sort of work with different personalities, and our group collaborates really well, and it's just sort of like managing how to, especially with how everything's online, managing time and making sure that, you know, you're working with your group and like making sure that the time and everything works for them. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, did anyone have any questions?
Thanks, Anati. I just wanted to add something before you do. Thanks, Anati. Thank you very much for that. The project, the 8-week project that we do with the students on our course is really, really key, because these are projects provided by employers. I want to emphasise that. These are not made up things that we just think it will be interesting for you to do. These are projects provided by employers. They're real world things that the employers actually want us to work on, and you'll be broken into teams. You work on those projects. The employers act as mentors. We help you. It reinforces the skills that you've learned during the kind of the 2.5 weeks of training. You deliver presentations to the employers. It culminates in a kind of a final presentation. And it gives you that real world experience of working on projects, and it gives you the chance to apply some of the techniques that we've taught you on the rest of the class. So we are coming to the end of our first run, and we are looking to recruit to get more students to start our second run of the programme, which is now starting on the 25th of January 2021. So we're having a break over Christmas and then starting up again in the new year. So yeah, anyone who's interested, you can apply to the email on the slide there, info@digitalinnovators.co.uk, also in the chat, or obviously our website. You can find more information from that as well, which is digitalinnovators.co.uk. So thank you. Thanks for your time, everyone.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you for sharing that story with us, Anati, as well. That's great. Thank you. Right, guys, looks like we're kind of ahead of our time today in terms of what we had to cover with the topics of vacancies and what our partners have to offer themselves as well. So as I say, look, please do get in touch with us. This is just a little taster of what our partners can offer to yourself, even ourselves. There's many others. If you're a resident of Birmingham or Solihull, there's many other partners out there who can help you too in terms of getting into work or training itself as well. Right, now we've got the questions session at this current moment. Tara?
I've got a bit of a point though. I can add a bit more information, if I may, Abdul, to the Kickstart information that we shared.
Oh, that would be great, thank you.
Yeah, because it's such an important national programme. And as you were saying earlier, Abdul, it's available to young people aged 16 to 24 who are on universal credit. And you can post on your journal to speak to your work coach about Kickstart and have a look at the opportunities that are happening, which are really broad. All the opportunities share the same characteristics. They're all 6 months long, and they all pay at least minimum wage. And every employer who brings a Kickstart placement also has to be promising to support the person in learning on the job and looking at their future prospects. So obviously it gives you a much better likelihood of getting employment with that organisation, such as Tesco's. They've been running a lot of Kickstart jobs. But also it gives you that CV, work experience. And as Unati was saying earlier, you know, that actually is so important for the world of work. The other thing, certainly, that some Kickstart providers are doing is saying you can do skills alongside Kickstart, because it's 25 hours a week over that 6 months. So you could actually be doing some learning at the same time if you need to strengthen, you know, anything essential like your maths, your English, your digital skills. Those are all available through Birmingham Adult Education Service and many other providers. You might also, for example, be looking at something like digital marketing, a digital marketing kickstart job, and try and take a digital marketing course at the same time through one of those adult education providers. So you can kind of twin track stuff with Kickstart, which is what makes it a really special offer. The jobs are going to be online for now and for the next kind of 18 months. So there's no massive hurry. It could be something that you're looking at to do in the future. So you could talk to your work coach or us about that sort of journey planning. We'd really like to speak to you about it if you want to. So as Abdul said earlier, just contact us by email or through our online contact form from the website, and we can just discuss it with you. You may be interested. So it is worth looking at and worth talking to your work coach about if you're on Universal Credit, because it's very difficult, isn't it? There's not much out there at the moment. There's a lot of competition for jobs. So it's a bit more of a closed competition for Kickstart jobs, so to speak, and a really good opportunity. So I just encourage everyone to have a word with your coach about that if possible.
Oh, thank you, Tara. One more thing, my colleague Kuldeep did mention today, Macaroons. They're actually working with people with mental health or any health issues that they have, they have like autism, for example. But look, they're actually got some great programs that have come up at this current moment. Kuldeep, are you there? Have you got a bit more information you can just mention quickly?
Yes, so they've got a programme which is commencing this Friday, a training programme, as you said, Abdul, primarily supporting clients who've got underlying health issues, and they're offering a structured programme. I can certainly, if anybody's interested, if they wanted to drop their email to us, can send them all the flyer and all the details that came out yesterday.
Well, that's great, Kuldeep. So if anybody wants to put their email address in the chat, that's another way of getting in touch with us. And Miss Macaroon, the award-winning bakers, lovely place to work, such a supporting enterprise. So give it a go. What's the harm? Contact us, we'll send you the information. You don't have to sign up with us, we're here to help, but only as much as you want. We can just send you information if that's what you prefer. So make that contact with us or somebody else. Hopefully it can be a step forward for you. So thank you very much. I'll hand back to you, Abdul.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, we're just going to put Miss Macaroon's, like I said, your details on our website as well, on the blog bulletin, as I mentioned earlier. We've got on Birmingham City Council website. We'll put that on there for you as well. So if anyone is interested in any of the programs that we've mentioned today, it'll be on the bulletin page of the Birmingham City Council website. And our video should be available in a day or two on our YouTube channel. Again, look, please do complete the survey, which will come out straight after this today. And we can only make it better for the guys that are coming on board. So if we've missed something today, that you felt as though we haven't covered, we can surely, take it from your feedback and take it on board. And as I say, hopefully improve on it for next time around. Seriously, Unati, you've done really well for coming on first time. And Pete, thank you very much. Really appreciated your the information and the delivery that you've provided today for us. Thank you.
Thanks, Abdul.
Hopefully we get you coming back on again. Kuldeep, thank you again for monitoring the chat box.
Thanks. That's okay.
Unati, thank you. Will we see you again?
Yeah, definitely. I'm happy to attend again. If you have anything, let me know. I'll be happy to come along.
Just a quick one I wanted to ask you. So how was your journey? How did you find out about Digital Innovators?
So I went to Aston University and I actually got an email from sort of like my grad careers team about it, and I registered on the website, and then I got a call from Pete, who was absolutely lovely on the phone, and from that I started the course. But like Digital Innovators from the start, they've just been so welcoming, and the rest of the team as well, they're an amazing team. So I'd really encourage you guys to sort of like come on the course, because I've absolutely loved my journey. It's been amazing. I just can't rate them like highly enough.
What an ending to our program today. Now, thank you very much, Unati. Okay, I really appreciate it. You summed it up very well.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Remember, you guys, you can get in touch with us through the following. So if you can move to the next slide for me, Tara, please. It should have our details on there. So it's YOG at birmingham.gov.uk, and our website is